Welcome to episode 10 of the Mainly Golf Show. I'm Jack Milner once again by
Hi guys.
Sticky Bandits, Tom Hellowell, and Hep and
Thank you. No personal
Marv.
information.
He's in his pajamas. He's not in a hoodie, and I'm here to preview the PGA Championship of 2024, where Scotty Scheffler apparently it has become a father for the first time. Scotty, commiserations, your life's over. He's also got no Ted Scott if he makes the cut for Saturday. He's going to get like a local club pro. Scotty, however, is not the number one topic of conversation this week. Marv, it's all about Rory, baby. He's going for the three-peat. And the last time Rory was at Valhalla for a major championship, he just won the last two tournaments coming into it. And everyone's saying, well, he's going to win then.
Yeah, indeed. Let's not bother doing the pod. Let's all just lump on McIlroy and Cash.
Steve Palmer,
but actually, exactly. Steve, name check for the first time in 10 weeks of that. Hey,
you sound very disappointed in Steve Palmer.
Oh, disappointing a lot of people. The hype, the hype is at unreal level, and it's only Tuesday.
I mean, Sky probably lick his ass, but it's going to be unbearable. The half an hour before he tees off on Thursday is just going to be just arse licking of the highest.
It's unbelievable, and do you know what? It's setting up Rory McIlroy fans for the biggest fail. It's beautiful. Not this coming under the radar. The hype is at ultra level, and it's going to fall flat on its face.
Just like at Port Rush.
I mean, that was bad. He missed the cut by one, didn't he? He went on a charge in the back nine.
Bad.
Yeah, that was.
I feel sorry for him with that one, to be fair.
2018 by Shane Lowry. Hey, but I don't know if you watched much of last week, but Rory, I think, went 8 under through 8, starting at around the 8th, which was a drivable par 4. That was the turn. Again, Marv, you didn't watch much golf. You never do. Watch much golf last week. Xander was 2 ahead, entering the 8th, which is a drivable par 4, 320 yards. Xander hits it to 50 feet off the tee. Brilliant drive. Rory's in the pine straw. He chips to 20 feet, makes his putt. Xander 3 putts. The two of them have a 2-shot swing, like 2 holes later at the par 3, and Rory leads by 1. And Xander's ass went, which nobody's mentioned at all through Sky, because apparently it's just, and Rory did play very well, admittedly. Xander, again, in front, in command, and pop. But
I mean, he is just a baller. Like, he doesn't have
fucking Archibald.
Really, does he? I mean, I don't know how you can back him at 14s or 12s, whatever he is this week across the books. Like he's not going to close the. He's not going to. He'll probably backdoor one eventually, but he hasn't got that dog in him to close these out. You know, go head to head with Scheffler or McIlroy or Brooks and win it. Like, you think he probably has to post a score and then it holds up. But yeah, he gags a lot of events at Xander. He doesn't really get talked about a lot. Gags them away.
You know what, my God about Hep's phone battery. I wonder what he's been fucking searching for. Xander Schauffele gag reflex. Anyway, I mean, to that point, right? If you're going to back a golfer at 14-1, would you rather back Xander Schauffele or Brooks? At Brooks every day of the week, twice on Sunday. He's a killer.
I don't know how Xander's ahead of Rahm either. Like, but you take Brooks every day over Xander.
Well, I mean, you surprised why he's ahead of Rahm. Marv, you have booked a trend this week, and you actually, like, it's a little bit like sacrilegious. You actually fancy a couple of live golfers this week. Do you feel dirty?
It's not quite as dirty as me putting up McIlroy. That would be the ultimate, wouldn't it? But no, we won't go
Marv
there.
in our group chat last week going, hell, these people who fancy Rory traitors. You're all traitors.
That would, if I put up Rory McIlroy this week, that would be the biggest heel turn ever.
We get another topless Marv next week if Rory wins.
Right, we'll see. I don't know.
4 points each way. So you should fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, well, just to touch on Rory, as you said to it, yes, he won at least one on, the lead up to the 2014 PGA. I think it was the maybe the Bridgestone Invitational, but there are instances that in recent years He's won the week before the major. The 2019 Canadian Open, leading into the US Open, didn't win. The Canadian Open again in June 22 into the US Open, didn't win. And there's more. I won't go on and on, but I think the hype train is real. The hype train is max. But there's a lot of statistics that say, no Rory, and it is 35 major tournaments that Rory McIlroy has entered since his last major championship, being the 2014 PGA Championship at Valhalla.
Insane.
Nobody is talking about it, and for anybody that doesn't also know, Tiger Woods, between his 2008 US Open and his 2019 Masters, although 1 year longer, Tiger Woods did miss quite a few tournaments in the middle because of injury. His number of majors without a win was 28. Unbelievable. So look, Rory.
You could argue, Marv, as well. He played a lot of those way past his peak without being 100% fitness. So he played a couple of Opens
exactly.
and Masters. By his own admission, right? He played to make the cut, right? He would admit it.
He probably withdrew or just thought, I owe it to golf because golf needs me to turn up to these events. So look, I can't have Rory McIlroy this week. I think the stats are too much against him. I do believe a big name is going to win it, but I am against Rory McIlroy this week.
Will you be hearing your pants if Rory wins next week?
I'll try and think of some other option to. We've already been here with Scheffler, haven't we?
Do you think there'd be more? I'm trying to work out the correct metaphor here. There'd be more cream from Hep's search history or the Sky commentary team if Rory wins a major. If Rory wins this week, how will Paul McGinley contain himself?
They won't.
There'll definitely be Sky.
I said I use kind of it's getting on the verge of in American football when the Cowboys look as though they might make a run to the Super Bowl. Because obviously the Cowboys is America's team based on the fan base.
Go on, Roma.
The fan base goes crazy. They're already thinking the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, and they set it up for that almighty fall. And Stephen A. Smith, the ESPN, I won't say analyst, but he's so much against the Cowboys. The accident waiting to happen, and Rory McIlroy is the accident waiting to happen.
I was described as that Coral.
He will let you down this week. He will let you down. The hype is there. The hype is real.
So given Marv's record on this pod, we'll back him McIlroy, right?
Oh yeah, mortgage the house. Sell whatever you can. Get it on. So no.
Okay. So that's okay.
McIlroy bashing
7-1.
Yeah.
A big lift for you. We mentioned Schauffele. Hep, your boy Aberg.
You back it. Sorry, Twig. Sorry.
Hep, your boy Aberg. Apparently, he's been somebody on a practice round. Someone saw him clutch his knee 15 times.
In the first hole, he was just readjusting his brace.
Oh, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not fucking wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not even a stunner, is he? A, do you think he's fit? And B, would you back him?
I'd definitely back him if he was fit and had a.
Not what I asked you.
Well, no, I haven't, so I won't be backing him. But he will be one of these PGA or the
so
US
long,
Open.
right? This is the Tom Ludwig, the PGA.
Yeah, I just talk about the course a little bit. Like it's the third longest.
Get off the fence,
course this season.
In splinters.
30% of approach shots will be from over 200 yards and 50 from over 150%. From over 175.
So,
you need that level. Like no one in the 100-to-1 range.
Well, that mid and big long
the Siwoo Kim, Corey Connors, Adam Scott, Noren, they don't have a chance. It's bombers. So Ludwig is set up for this. But at 18s.
I don't think he's good. The thing is, I don't think he will end up being bigger than 18s, but the next 20 years, right?
No, he's just
realistically.
This is the price now. There's like the big six, and he's well and truly in there after what, a year on tour.
Yeah,
Maybe a couple of worldwide wins,
under 20 to
but
1 every week.
Yeah, this is just the price you have to back him at, and I love the guy. I think he's amazing, but yeah, I won't be back this week.
Why not?
Just injury concerns, and I don't really like to back people in this 15 to 20 to 1 range. It's either sort of go for
you prefer the 66 to 1 not places people that don't finish.
Yeah, I'd rather have a valued loser on Keith Mitchell. Yeah,
Keith Mitchell's good from 175 to 200, isn't it?
I know, and I can't back him again. Like, he's at 200s this week or something.
Even bigger.
5 each way ahead. You know what I mean?
150s on 365. Yeah, this is a big boy. Yeah, big boy is taking this away. There's not going to be an outside winner. This is one of the main.
We mentioned the live golfers. You were always a big fan of Joaquin Niemann. Would he not be someone who you'd give a chance to? I mean, for me, Mav, with Kopka, for example, this is like when you get like a Paul Nicholls horse over the winter winning like 4 or 5 runner grade 2 novice chasers, and then he's gone into an actual proper race. Who's he beat? He's beat trees. Like Brooks has won the last 2 live golf tournaments. Am I right in thinking that? But what's he beat?
I think
Brooks Koepka is to honest, one of the wonders of the golfing world. His record in majors is just ridiculous compared to the normal events.
The PGA. He's won 3 of the last 6 PGA championships.
Honestly, I don't think anybody else in golfing history has got any similar, even close type of record that Brooks has got when it comes to majors versus normal tournaments. It's insane.
And I think this could be live dominated. I mean, the Masters, I don't think there was a live guy really in it. I can't remember any live really getting in there.
Only barely made the cut, didn't he?
Yeah, but this could easily be a live golf event. You know, Brooks at the top, Rahm, as you said, Niemann, Bryson, all the bombers. No, this is a live golf. This is the sort of players they went and got, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see them as maybe the top 3 people chasing Scotty Scheffler at the top of the leaderboard, followed by 3 live guys, be it, Gooch and Burmeister, who's won, I think, 2 and come second in 3 of them.
No chance this week.
Followed by McIlroy making a Sunday charge just to get the first money.
What's wrong with
Dean? Around 66 to finish. What do you make of the kind of the chasing? But because if you look back 2 years ago, there's people there who are kind of been like disregarded. We've not mentioned the defending champion Wyndham Clark, also the US Open champion Wyndham Clark, who's been on the drift after missing. He should have missed the cut last week, right? If it was a cut event, he's at 40 to 1. Victor Hovland, who you've been against for the past like 3 months, he's at 40 to 1. He arguably should have chased on Brooks in the US Open. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. Justin Thomas is 50 to 1. That's a big price for JT. And Jordan Spieth has been in the headlines a lot for the past week. He's 66. Jordan Spieth 66 to 1 for a major.
No, Spieth's not playing well enough. Hovland is still going to need some scrambling around here. I do like him at Pinehurst in the next major when scrambling isn't really a thing. Scrambling. Yeah. But not here. Wyndham is going to be one of my picks later on once we get there. Yeah, JD's had a couple of good tournaments, but still a bit erratic.
His short game is really, really unconvincing. For me, being on 3-4 weeks or whenever it was, and him to lose 7 shots on the field putting in the 3rd round. It wasn't even like a tough tournament. As a professional golfer, that's embarrassing.
And then Spieth around him, you've got Figala, Decky, and Zalatoris, and I'd like all of them at those odds.
I am expecting Marv to put up Tequila.
Well, speaking of
he's a live boy this week.
Tequila, I was very close to picking him. Problem is, he shot 65 on Friday and then decided to follow it up with an 82 on Saturday. It's 17 shots. 17 shots more.
That's man. You know what I mean? You're accounting, for fuck's sake.
What is it? 26%? Did I work? That's unbelievable. What?
The shot a hole, basically.
Exactly. 65 to 82. Did he leave half of his clubs at home on Saturday or something? No, unfortunately, he's getting close to the blacklist. He's the Gala. Although I agree, 60 to 1 or so is it's not a bad price. It's just it put him up too often.
I'd rather have him.
It was back to 150 a few weeks ago. You know what I mean?
It's but no, I couldn't believe that when I saw that 65 to 82. Unreal.
Of the English chargers, how would you rate? I mean, there's been three people in contention for the past 12 months, which have been Tyrrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood, and Matthew Fitzpatrick. Thanks, Hep. All kind of like around the 40 to 150 to 160 to 1 shot. Would you give any of them a chance? I think I'm right thinking the last English major winner was Rose, Father's Day, US Open.
Willett won 2016
Fitzpatrick
Masters,
and Willett,
didn't
yeah, no, that's just
it?
start.
For me, not really much of a Tyrrell Hatton fan.
Why?
I don't think has he got, is he going to win a tournament by posting a number more than, I just think, does the emotions get the better of him? Can he, if he's in that, in the crunch right at the end of a tournament, not to throw it away or not to, just focus Tyrrell. So no, I can't have him.
Were you surprised he went to live? I was.
I don't know. Yes and no, because I think at that point, there was the other players out there, European players that was kind of, he wasn't the first, was he? He kind of sat back a little bit maybe, and Tommy Fleetwood, yeah, he just plays for his place money. He just plays to cash.
That's not fair.
He's got a great record.
He should have won the US Open 2018.
Yeah, well,
Brooks was phenomenal to win that.
Great record in it. I can't see it, and so not for me. I said Fitzpatrick. I don't think whether he's a good enough player to win a second major is one thing, but around a course like this, I am in with Hep. It's, I think it's the 8th longest major in major championship history. I don't think he's quite got the long enough game to overpower the course, or to he'd have to be unbelievable on the greens and around the greens for me. So no, I do believe a big name is going to win this, and on that, my first choice is
before that.
You
mentioned big name. Tiger 251. Would you give him a sniff?
Yeah,
is Tiger finished?
He's not winning here.
Finish in the sense that
he said before, I would not play a tournament if I didn't think I could
the
win.
problem. Yeah, the problem is
he's going to say that though, isn't he?
The competitive nature that he's got. And it's like any of us that in any sport, Twig. It's like
any of us.
Look, you go out there, and
I'm competitive.
You might play a game of.
I'm going to think I'm going to win this.
You
didn't see me on Soaking back in the day.
Even Hep played a couple of beautiful cover drives off the back foot in the day. So that's it. It's just that Tiger can still play the shots, but you've got to put it together for 4 rounds. And I honestly don't think, partly because of health, that he can do it anymore.
He's 8 to 15 to make the cut. To miss the cut.
It's sad to say, but I suppose sometimes you have to face reality.
I did a few months. That's why I shaved my head 2 months ago. I mean, you gotta give it up.
Father Time is unbeaten. He comes for us all.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
So
Pell was not me.
The only thing that will help.
Go to Turkey, get a hair transplant. Don't admit defeat.
I said the only thing that will help Tiger is when he gets to tournaments that the weather on his side, flat courses, certain things can obviously help, but it's still going to be very tough to.
Yeah, Masters and the Open for Tiger from now on. It's like,
I mean,
chance to contend, but
like Marv just said about the warm weather, like because it's going to be like roasting it through, in July.
Oh, that's what I mean. Honestly, the back, everything.
It's not that
the hotter the weather, the better for ailments. Yes.
I mean, speaking of the weather,
give us your first tip, then.
Saturday looks pretty bad. Quite a lot of rain, which
It
traditionally helps the English guys. But
again, and I think that you look just briefly, you look at the previous majors that have been longer than this week, barring the US Open in 2017, which Koepka won at 16 under, which I think was just a crazy hot week. The ball would run for miles and miles off the tee. Other than that, really, generally, the longer the course, the under, it's not as many under par. And if the conditions are going to be a bit of rain around, ball not flying as long, I think it's going to be tough. So my first selection is Bryson DeChambeau. I think he's got the ability to overpower the golf course.
Bryson DeChambeau.
And I think that he showed that even though he's gone to live, he can turn up at an event like the Masters, and he can contend. So at 25-1, he is my main selection, and he has been for the last few weeks, and I haven't veered away from him.
Oh, yeah, I think we all.
Okay, Mav, you don't need me to run the podcast. You can go into your second pick.
I didn't know. I was wondering if you just fallen asleep to it because I was going on.
No, we all like Bryson. Bryson, yeah,
we love Bryson, right? Bryson's a character. He's good for the game. He plays the game in the right way, and he has a go, right? I think at least one of these players, when it comes to the big holes, the big shots, the big moments in a tournament, he either goes for it and he goes, at least let's try and win this, rather than just let's chuck it round and finish third. You know what I mean? Like Bryson has the right mentality for a major winner, which is to your point about like a Tommy Fleetwood or a Taylor Hatton.
Yeah,
they do not have that mindset, which Tiger is probably like instilled in the next generation of players, good or bad.
Yeah,
and if he wins this fight, sorry, Bob.
No, I was going to say I do generally believe Bryson he's good enough to be a multiple time major champion.
But not Matt Fitzpatrick.
Not at the moment, no.
Oh. Go on, what are you going to say?
We won't be surprised if Bryson won this by a few and overpowered it like he did for his US Open win a few years ago when I think he won by 4 shots and was clearly the strongest guy on the course. So that's all it took. Everyone was hitting the rough. Bryson's the strongest hitter. He could hit it further out of the rough than anybody, and it just carried it. And you won't be surprised if that happened exactly the same this time.
All right, am I thinking that was 2019, 2020?
2020, yes.
Yeah, and then that was the year after he bulked up massively, right? And just tried to twat it around.
Yeah, I love Bryson.
Which is kind of at least, and like fair play to him, he's kind of like held his own and said, like, admittedly, it was the wrong thing to do. But I tried it. I give it a go.
Yeah.
And
I think it honestly was the right tactic. It just
for a guy his age to almost try it, B, give it a proper go. Like, if I'm gonna be like Hench and have this fucking 200 mph ball speed, I'm gonna go after it.
It was good. Like watching him drive that one at Bay Hill over the lake.
The one at the par 5, just like cut the corner. Yeah.
Just so good.
To have that imagination to even like try that, like fair play to him. But then to have the almost maturity to realize if I want to do this for a long time period and actually win tournaments, this isn't the way forward. So I've slimmed down. I'm actually gonna like go to the putting green or go to the range and actually hone my skills rather than just beef up. That's a big thing for a guy who could have easily bought into the hype. I don't think that's really appreciated enough. Like, no, I think you're going wrong when he took the money anyway, right? He took the live money. He could easily retire or just fucking ass around for the rest of his life golf wise. But he wants to get better. He clearly wants to win big tournaments, which is a big difference between him and others.
Yeah.
Marv, go on.
Yeah. No, the other thing I was adding, it's strange because when he came on the tour, out of college, he came on, he was this, I don't say odd looking, but he wore and obviously his clubs, I think all of his irons at least are all the same length, which is very odd compared to, he's very custom made. He thinks his own, way and he does his own thing. And, but no, I agree with you, Twiggy. I think he does want to, win more tournaments, win more majors, and there isn't many about there. I would throw Brooks into that. But there's a handful at most. Most of them just think, well, yeah, I've got the dosh, I'm happy. But there's only a select few that, that majors still mean something. Hence why, when you get to it, and it comes to the crunch in the big moments.
Professional me, Twig.
These players are not scared to lose. They're not a Tommy Fleetwood who will bottle it when the chance comes. They will take.
Are you just saying that because they're playing Arsenal on Sunday and Spurs bottled it tonight? So
Spurs play pretty well tonight.
Yeah, I just think you said it before. Brooks Koepka is a killer, and you need that ruthless streak in you that when the chance comes, you take it.
In 18 years of your career, how ruthless have you been, Marv?
Well, it depends what area of my career we are talking about.
No one's spotted those tax fiddles yet.
Yeah.
Give me those free spins.
Can't brag about those tax fiddles. They haven't been discovered yet.
I don't have any comment on that at all.
This is like Jordan's. We've been asking about the PGA Tour. Anyway, Twig, can we just talk about.
How did you pay last year, Marv?
Do you want my second pick for this week? So I said I kind of struggled because I just didn't think anybody really fitted.
What do you look for in the PGA Championship? Because to give some backstory here, Marv about 5-10 years ago was very good at these trends.
10 plus 15,
Americans, top 50 of the world, not won a major before. You had Keegan Bradley. I think you had Duffner. There was another one a few years ago.
Well,
I mentioned Sam Burns, who fit a lot of criteria, and you laughed at me saying Sam Burns.
I don't think he's had a top 10 in a major in his life.
Right, it was due.
And it's from an
yeah.
How long was Meredith due for? Yeah, a bit longer than it was supposed to, wasn't it? But anyway, getting back to the subject, yes, the PGA, years ago,
that new baby swag, Sam Burns as well.
Nappy factor, baby.
Baby bear.
Fucking bear.
Shall I finish?
Your nickname, don't give me that bear. My bear.
Sorry, Marv.
No, it's okay. Look, you go through since 2000. You got Rich Beam, Sean McKeel.
I did Nicholson win this tournament, like in
Wai Yang,
Jesus.
Martin Keimer was a bit surprised. 2010, Keegan Bradley, Jason Duffner, Jimmy Walker.
How did Jimmy Walker win that tournament?
Let's be honest, Colin Morikawa, as established as he is now, he kind of came out of nowhere in 2020.
There's a lot of money on Colin Morikawa.
But I think, that's it.
Marv, you remember, some of us backed Colin Morikawa at 66s and then did it all on slops on the same night. So
I think I remember the game you were playing. It was some
Christmas ball.
It was something that I don't. Yeah, I can see it. I can't remember. I was some elf-looking type of creature that would fire
unbelievable game.
Balls into something
so addictive.
But that's it. So historically,
wild come out of the top and then go,
no.
We'll find this game at some point.
Jingle spin, that was it.
Jingle spin.
Why do I remember that? Oh, that's so bad.
We know why.
Jingle. Oh God, that's depressing. Oh my God, that was a bad night.
Historically, the PGA, I would say the PGA historically was that more so than any other. Open was always close, but it threw up unlikely winners. But I think in recent years, you look back, you've got Brooks has won 3 of the last 6. Phil's in there. Yes, Phil came out of nowhere, and JT Morikawa now established. JT before that, I just
before
don't.
that, Jason Day, Rory McIlroy twice.
Maybe the Open this year is the player to try and find at a bigger price. But
Mab, would you
our Open
argue?
Championship.
I mean, VJ Singh when he's Sean McHale. All right, fair enough. That's 20 years ago. What the only real, I mean, Jimmy Walker was a bit of a shock in 2016. He'd won, I think, twice on tour the last like 12, 18 months. The only real shot was YE Yang, and let's be honest, nobody knows how he beat Tiger. He literally played the round of his life.
Oh yeah,
against Tiger on one leg, and that's 15 years ago.
It's I think in the final round, if you look at sort of the
you forget as well, he won by 3 shots of Hazel.
Oh yeah, why? Well, what people don't remember, what I didn't remember when I looked this up at the weekend, and I'm just going to bring it up now, is that after 2 rounds, if I said to you that after 2 rounds, Tiger Woods had a 4-shot lead over the field, would you believe me?
How far?
Exactly.
He wins by 9.
So 4-shot lead after 2 rounds. It was down to a 2-shot lead after 3.
Oh my God. I'm looking to this. So I'm looking at 2009 PGA. So it was Tiger entering the 5th hole. The 7th hole. Tiger -7, Yang -6, Padraig -6. Padraig took an 8 at a par 3. Fucking hell.
Dropped 5 shots on one hole.
And then there were 2. With 7 holes to go, Tiger leads by 1.
Yeah, it's that 14th. Yang
and Yang makes eagle. Yeah,
he chipped in. He chipped in from off the green.
Yeah,
I don't think it was like a short par 4.
And even with like 4 to go.
Yeah, and it's just
Tiger goes bogey finish. Yeah,
it's one of those weeks. He said week of Yaya.
He went and had knee surgery, didn't he, like the week after or something?
No. So that was the 2008 US Open, when he won it, and then but you see, 09 was the year that obviously came back. I think he won the I think the Arnold Palmer at Bay Hill was the first win at the beginning of that year, because obviously he hadn't played since the US Open in 2008 in June. I think he was ultimately PGA Tour Player of the Year that year because he still won however many times.
6, 7 times, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get a major that year in 2009. And obviously then, well, his life and a lot of things changed in November 2009, didn't they?
I wonder if Rory's going to like this when footage of Rory being chased down the street.
Yeah, with a golf club.
Yeah.
I do think that really the PGA now is, again, the distance wise in this tournament, a big name, and so on that basis,
point as well, Rory was 9 shots off the lead entering the last round and finished tied 3rd.
Hey.
Loves a backdoor finish.
Yeah, it does. So
Mark, give us your 2 picks then for the week.
Yeah, so I said Bryson DeChambeau is the main pick. First pick, 25-1. The second, then, in struggling to find, again, keeping the big name in mind, but still at a price, I am going to throw in another live golfer, Cameron Smith. I think he's just big enough. He's 45-1. Bet365 it's 5-8 places. No real massive confidence, but I struggled with someone else, so he's my tentative second selection. But it's all on Bryson, pretty much. So it's Bryson or bust. It's Bryson or bust.
So there was no reason behind picking Cameron Smith, nor there was any like stats to back it up. And for any neutral out there who's wanting to know Mav's statistics, he's had 0 points return from 45 from 90.6.
Cameron Smith, in the last 2 PGAs, has finished tied 9th and tied 13th. I said he's been there and done it, winning a major. I do believe a big name is going to win this week. I struggled with anybody else on the PGA Tour, and so again, tentative, but he fits the bill more than most.
The Marv special of
the
Rory
Aussie surfer for Magic Marv.
Oh yeah, at this rate, Rory runs away with it, and Bryson and Cameron miss the cut. Yeah, bucket.
And that treble pays 11.4 to 1. So
I will say if Rory does win it, it'll be Marv will be phenomenal form next week. Just like the soon to be ex-wife will get a lot of stick.
I was convinced that Sheffield couldn't win at Players Championship Saugus. This week, he's on another level. Rory McIlroy will not win this week. Just won't.
But why?
We've already talked about it. He won't win this week. The hype is unreal. Do not believe the hype. If you want to get pulled into the hype, fine. Go and be a Rory cheerleader. But on Sunday, yeah, it'll all come crashing back down.
Give me an R. Give me a Y. Hep, your 2 selections for the week, please.
I'm going back to 2 of my old.
Don't fucking say Keith Mitchell, otherwise I'll just get you out of the podcast now.
I'm not doing Keith Mitchell.
Tom Hogan.
No, first one is Wyndham Clark. We were on him a few weeks ago at 66s. He drifted all the way down to about 30s.
Anyway.
And now he's back up to 40s just due to one bad week last week. And it was a bad week last week. But this is a course, again, that's, Wyndham fits perfectly. Just a bomber, distance, power. And at 40 to 1 on 365, like really good price on Wyndham. He shouldn't be behind Fleetwood or Cameron Young or Hovland for my liking, or Cantley. 40s.
We'll save Cantley for another. Hey, what do you make of him last week? Because I think, did we say he was 1 under through like 6 and he made 2 double bogeys? It's something stupid.
I mean, his first 9 on Thursday, I think he went birdie, double,
5
birdie. Yeah, he had like 1 par on the first 9 holes, including 2 doubles, 4 or 5 birdies, and maybe a bogey. Like, he's not playing boring golf. He's going to get you some DraftKings points, even if he's not getting up that table. But yeah, I'm backing on Wyndham at 40s. It seems a bit of a high price given just 1 bad week. And yeah, I stopped following after. Obviously, he had a few first 2 rounds were pretty poor, and I don't really know what he did on the weekend. And then my second, another one I've backed a lot, Will Zalatoris. He's out to 66s. I always like Will in really low scoring events. He always, you don't really want to back him to win a birdie fest that's going to finish at minus 25 under. But when the winning score is going to be minus 10, minus 12 in that region, like Willie Z he has a really good record. So yeah, he's had a bad week last week as well, and he's drifted out to 60s or 6s or 70s. So yeah, those are my 2 picks.
And do you want to just confirm the staking plans for the 2?
We'll do 3 points each way on Wyndham and 2 points each way on Will.
Just to confirm to the listeners out there, Hep, what's your been ROI so far?
Better than mine.
So I think this is our 10th episode, right? So we've staked 100 points. I think I've got 30 back on Ludwig each way at the Masters.
Wait, what was your 30?
I had... no, yeah, okay.
I think you've got nothing back.
No, I had Ludwig and Wyndham at the Masters, and Ludwig got our place, and he was like 30 to 1, so that's like 15 points back. So yeah, I'm negative 85, but I think I've been pretty screwed with Mitchell, and I've had
you can't win the golfers because
I've had people really fucking PGA played 4 rounds. I think I've been unlucky. I should be in the fucking
live golf, yeah.
I run so bad.
It's fucking bad that way.
But I think my favorite. I was looking at some matchups earlier as well. I think my favorite matchup is Dean Burmeister at even money over Adam Scott, and I think he's going to.
Dean hits the ball a long way.
I don't think that's a contest. Adam Scott's not been playing very well. Burmeister's last 4 results on live 8th, 1st, 3rd, 14th. He's a bomber. He's 100 odd to 1, and I don't think Adam Scott's got a chance at keeping up with him. So even money, I think that's by far and away my favourite matchup that 365 were offering.
How much do we have on?
84.
And probably more before Thursday.
Probably some more tomorrow, yeah.
Porsche doesn't listen, you're fine. I agree with you. It's a bomb's course. Burmester hits the ball a fucking long way. Adam Scott is he's a good guy, right? I think he's part of the PGA board now.
That's why he's getting in Wells Fargo. And
he's got he said like he's had so many exceptions. Coincidence, yeah. Just coincidence. Him and like Webb Simpson, like, hey, just turn up here, just look.
God, I've got an interesting fun fact for you. Some particular live golfer is playing this week, and the only reason they are playing is because they got a PGA of America invite this week.
Gooch?
The Gooch.
No, a bit more high profile. A bit more high profile, but a bit of an horrible git, to be honest.
Patrick Reed?
Patrick Reed it is.
Patrick Reed's playing. Oh, yeah.
The PGA of America invite. Nova criteria gets him in this week, apart from that.
Well, you'd argue, Marv, wouldn't you, that the PGA it's the worst of four majors. Masters and the Open are like that. And then US Open.
Oh, yeah. In prestige, yeah. But in actual tournaments, it's been amazing for a decade, the PGA. Like since they decided to make it harder, it's been a really good. But yeah, in prestige,
in prestige,
if there was one that you were like, it's bottom of the four, isn't it? In order of what you want to win, sure.
Well, if we're going to do my picks,
but we haven't got time, so thank you for listening to the pod.
Get on with it. Come on.
I find it really hard this week because Clark was valued at 66s. I do think Bryson at 25 to 1 8 places is very good. I think he'll have no problem with the distance. I'll just say split stakes between him and Max Homer, both 25 to 1, 2.5 points each way. 50 the odds first 8, right? So if you back Bryson and Max and one of them finishing the first 8, you'll make a profit. My God, that black eye's so bad. Fucking George.
I was going to just to add my stake in it because I didn't actually give, but yeah, Bryson, I would at 25s, I would go 3 points each way, and just because Smith is a slightly higher price at 45s, then 2 points each way. So I think that's a very same staking as Hep's 2 selections.
And we have to reiterate: please gamble responsibly, 18 plus, and realistically,
smash a lash.
Realistically, if you are following our tips, just don't bother. That's what
I might be down 100 points in 10 weeks, but I've actually down nothing because I've not put any money on any of these picks. So I am responsible. Responsible Marv that's me.
Do we look at your betting history for the last 10 years, Marv? Or?
That's confidential.
Anyway,
whose live chat were you on, Marv, at the start of this podcast? Begging for your account back.
Please, I've got a good thing in the French Guineas.
Need it for Thursday. Yeah.
I said we wouldn't talk about that, Hep.
You start preaching.
Bogdan once said, like, snitches get stitches.
Was that why George beat you up?
That's so honest. Look at the state of that.
That is a good one.
I am 36-year-old father, soon to be father of 2, and I've got black eyes from my toddler children. But anyway, to the point you made, we've not touched upon it before. Do we think Rory will feel like the shackles are off with his soon-to-be divorce?
The one thing I'll add is if you could get a price on Rory going wire to wire, I'd probably think could be something.
Really?
Yeah. Look, because I think if he goes out and shoots, gets ahead early, then yes, why shouldn't he go ahead and win? But I just don't think I think the price to do that is big enough to worth consideration.
50 to 1, Marv, Rory wire to wire.
Then yeah,
Marv, top live golfer Cameron Smith 10-1 spread X.
So I don't know. McIlroy's divorce. It's as we said off air. It's very interesting timing.
We said off air, like,
is there something to that?
Look, Hep and I are in very long-term relationships. There are times when an idea of a bit of peace and quiet, like a month off, would be glorious. Never admit it.
No comment.
The wives won't listen to this podcast, so we're fine. But there are some days where you think, will you just leave me alone? And you just want to go into the toilet. You go for a long shit just for a bit of peace and quiet. So I wonder if Ferrari, like we mentioned about the thing in New Orleans. Lorraine keeps up with Lowry because he's from like, the next village in Offaly, right? And he goes drinking in like the local pub down there. And Rory and Lowry's wife. So,
we know Lowry goes drinking often.
Yeah, we know, Mav. You hate fat people. It's fine.
It's just an observation.
The weird thing is, right, and now this is where it becomes tricky because Lowry's wife and Rory's wife are really good friends. And that's where it becomes tricky because, like, if the missus doesn't like your friends, regardless if they're friends, she'll advise you to stay away from him. So when Wilson...
You move back to the UK.
When Christina... Sam, I don't like him. Well, I'm mates with him. Well, I don't like him anymore, so go away. Yeah, well...
That's why I've deliberately not any of your partners. So I'm taking one for the team here.
Lorena's tried to meet you a few times.
To keep that friendship going.
Fucking gentleman and scholar is Marv.
Oh yes, always putting others first.
Yeah, she thinks you're very weird, and shouldn't be wrong, would she? Do we have any like different markets that we've answered this week? I mean, there's top debutant again. There's top Englishman.
I actually think the score could be very, say low scoring, as in low, as in not many under par. I haven't looked at the market, but I don't think there could be many under par this week, particularly the distance. If the weather as well doesn't help, it's going to be very tough.
If you look, so Aberg is 2-1 top debutant for the PGA. If we think he's got knee issues, and he does, next in line is Batia 8-1, Nat 14s, Ekro 6. Matthew Pavon 16-1 is a great bet.
Ludwig should smash that market.
But he's injured, Hep.
He's not injured.
He is injured.
He's not injured.
Soderbergh 25s.
Your boy Nakajima 25s in that market.
Oh, how big's his tab going? Because there's big prices. Nakajima 25s is a massive price.
Nakajima.
He's a baller.
What's he for top Japanese? He is 7-2 top Japanese.
How many people's in the betting?
Got to beat Deki.
Oh, obviously Deki.
Isatune and Kayana. Four people, basically. Yeah. Rio Hisatune. I've heard of. I don't know who Kayana is.
What's it been? Quarter first three?
Win only. There's only 4 people. There's 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the debutante one.
But that 25 points.
Debutante, yeah.
Big price. Like, I think Aberg is struggling, and I think he's only playing this tournament due to his own almost like personal perseverance. There's no way he like withdraws from last week, and then he's look. I as somebody who struggles with knees, you don't get over things like that in a week.
And it is a weird withdrawal last week because it is Garrett. I mean, obviously these guys are him and.
But he's not. The money's irrelevant to these guys, right?
Yeah.
They earn a lot of money. It's fine. But
up to John Rahm.
What do you think of Ram this week?
Shall we ask Aaron Oberholzer?
I mean, I'd rather have him over
the PGA Tour guy.
I mean, he fits. I mean, he hasn't been doing particularly well on Live, but I don't think he's really. I think he contended once on Live, but not even then he was out of a bit, but I'd rather back him over Xander at longer odds than Xander is. But yeah, I mean, you're never going to be surprised if Rahm is contending in a Bombers course, are you?
But you guys wouldn't fancy him at his current prices.
I mean, he's got to be your guy, Otagugi and Puig in the top Spanish.
What are you talking about him?
What's that guy you always back on the DP that won the other week when you weren't on him? Otagui? Adrian Otagui?
Otegi, dick.
Otagui.
Adrian Otegi, Spanish guy. Otagui.
Yeah. That's how it's spelled.
You two don't watch any golf, do you? Jesus Christ.
Don't watch DP.
Otegi.
Otegi. He's 92 to beat
Tom
Rahm.
Deitch is a very big price at 200 to 1. He hits at a mile.
He's balling it. He's not winning.
Adrian Moronka, another one, 250 to 1. Probably too big. And likewise, Lucas Herbert. They get no slouch, 300 to 1. Big price. Nakajima's 300. Oh, heck. I'm sorry, we need to get on this. 300 to 1. This guy is a ridiculously good player. Rasmus is 400 to 1. Oh.
What's Toasty? I see Toasty's.
Fucking cheese toast. You can get it.
Cheese Toasty.
He's 750 to 1 with Sky Bet. 8 players. That's not bad. Yeah. That's a cheeky $5 each way.
Little cheese toasty.
Anything at a big price?
Didn't really get that far.
Yeah.
No.
Just give us your 2 tips again for the week before we finish up.
Yeah, it was Bryson DeChambeau. It was the main selection at 25 to 1, 3 points each way. And the second selection was Cam Smith, 45 to 1, 2 points each way.
3 points each way are 25s on Bryce of a Marv, 2 points each way on Cameron Smith. Head, give us your picks.
Wyndham, 3 points each way, and Willie Z, 2 points each way, and Burmeister to smash Adam Scott in the matchup.
No, we can't. No,
yeah,
you can't. You're not having 2 points each way in a match bet. Give me your price.
No, I said so. Wyndham is 40s and
3 points each way on Wyndham 40s.
Yeah, and 2 each way on Willie Z at 66s.
And 2 points each way Will Salatoris at 6. And I'm going to go split stakes, 2.5 points each way on Bryson DeChambeau, and 2.5 points each way on Max Homer at 25 to 1. I've been Jack Miller. He's been Tom Helliwell. He's called Ted, and he's been Marv Noe. And me and the Sticky Bandits will be both back next week to review Rory McIlroy winning the PGA.
Yeah.
We'll see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.